What's up, guys? Wanted to make a quick run through on the Optimum software from STV CNC. If you own the STV plasma table, depending on when you purchased it, you might have the Optimum CNC software. I purchased it right when they changed from Plasma Cam over to Optimum, so I had to pay a little extra for the Linux computer, but the operating system is pretty killer. The CAD is still in the works, but if you update every week or so, they do an update all the time. You'll get all the updated stuff. So real quick, I'll just pretty much start from the beginning to cutting. I'm not actually going to cut, but so this is your screen where you pretty much start out. You have a couple different options. From you can see your G code right here. You can change lines and change the part. Your plasma screen has your consumables, your gauge, thickness, all that stuff, and you can edit stuff and change stuff. The advanced is a little more, let's say advanced. You can go into settings and change your ignition height, your THC, all that stuff like that. So, but we're not going to go into detail with that. So you want to open it up, you just want to cut something. Let's start there. You go over to cam up here in the left corner, hit that. You can hit the three dots next to the folder. It'll open up anything that's on your computer as a DXF. We can go through and see, like I have, let's do this one right here. So you can open it up, it'll kind of give you a preview on it. You can change a setting. I don't know why, but I think it's because of Fusion. Mine always alternates between millimeters a lot. So you can change the size and it'll give you a proportion. So let's do 12 inches wide, and then it automatically makes it 913. You hit add to nest. Depending on your program, if it's got a lot of lines, it'll take a while to load. So you can change a lot of things on this screen: your lead-ins, your lead-outs, your kerf size, depending on where you want it. Right now I'm at 0.015. So if you zoom in, you can see that it is cutting on the inside of the actual file line, so it'll make your product a little wider. So sometimes I mess with that. If you have things that are really small, it'll make it a little bigger, but also if you have an area that is too small, it won't cut it, just like right here. Too small, so the computer will not cut it. So we can go down in curve size, and nope, I still won't cut it, and there you go. Now it'll cut it. So this is your screen right here. So like I said, you can change a lot of stuff. You can move stuff, you can rotate it, you can upscale it, downscale it, flip it, you can double it. Next screen up here is your nesting your sheet size, which is a newer thing that they came out with. So if you had a bunch of little pieces, you could choose, like I have a 4x8 sheet and I need all these parts on it. You can put them on there and hit start nesting. It'll nest them on that sheet. Pretty cool. Lead-ins, lead-outs. So the computer's pretty smart, but there are sometimes it is not. So you can see, and it's all up to opinion, I guess, but like this right here, I do not like that lead in. I don't like to start on a point. So you start on a point, you end at a point, it's just not going to look good. So you can grab it and move it. You can start on a flatter surface. You can make it bigger, make it smaller, and then click it and you're back. So you can go through and adjust all of them. You can change the cut sequence. It'll give you a number, and the major benefit of this is if you cut them out of thin gauge. So as you can see, this one, it's got 1, and then it kind of works all the way down the Harley Davidson. So if you're on thin gauge and you do not have a water table, then you will probably warp this sheet because you have all the heat in one spot. So you can change, go like this and move this and go like this, and you can move them, but I don't really mess with that. You can change, like I said, your curve size and the size of your lead ins and blah blah blah. So then all you're gonna do, hit check, it's gonna load onto here. My controller is not actually on, so you can hit ruler and it'll give you an exact size of the sheet that you need if you don't have a full sheet. A couple things you want to always verify too is your thickness and your consumables, because if you have it set up for fine cut low speed but you are actually using shielded, you are gonna ruin the consumables. Or if you are cutting 18 gauge but you are set up to 10 gauge, then it ain't gonna happen. So you always want to double check. You load that, you hit load, you hit check, you hit refresh, then it'll refresh it. Your arrows over here, you can move the torch head. You can mark on the corner that you want it. So if you mark right here, it'll move. The controller's not on, so it's not going to do it. But this will be your home, your starting spot, and then you hit go and y'all good to go. Like I said, there's a couple things to watch as far as the consumables, and make sure that all your points are good. But other than that, that's the quick run through of things. I'm gonna make a couple more videos, but that's kind of where I want to start. Alright guys, thanks.